In the Tall Grass. I didn't even really know much about this movie. I went to the movie completely blind. I didn't really know much about it. I haven't read the book. I didn't watch the trailers. I saw the posters on social media sometimes, but it was never really front and center for me. But when I heard it came out on Netflix, I couldn't say no. It's Stephen King is my favorite author. I thought the concept sounded very promising, so I was just like, you know what? I saw Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. I'm in that horror mindset. But let's put it on. And plus, Stephen King. And really, every Stephen King novel has been turned into a movie now. We have It. We have both the miniseries and the 2 remakes. We have Cujo. We have The Dark Tower. We have Christine. All of Stephen King's books have been turned into movies now. So it was born that we were going to get a In the Tall Grass Stephen King movie. And this was released straight to Netflix as well. And Netflix has done some pretty great stuff over the years. I thought The Ritual is some of their best work. I think that's one of Netflix's best movies. I thought The Open House, a lot of us and so many people hated that movie. I thought it had a creepy sense to it. I mean, like I said, it's not perfect, masterpiece like Jaws, but it was creepy. It made me freaked out for while I was watching it. So Netflix has done some pretty great movies over the years, at least for the movies that they produce. They've done some pretty good horror movies. I haven't seen them all, but the ones I have seen, they've all been pretty good. So yeah, and plus, yeah, like I said, Stephen King, I've said that multiple times. I don't want to keep on repeating myself, but yeah. And this movie was pretty terrifying, might I add. Like I said, it's not a perfect movie. There's definitely some negatives I have with this movie, and I'll get to them later on. But I want to talk about a little bit of what I liked. So first off, I think the atmosphere, the environment in this movie, I think is very well done, because it's this environment you just don't want to be in. That this film, it just traps you in, and it doesn't matter which way these characters go. And this film has a messed up. This film has an effed up. How should I say it? Story. Because their play of this whole thing is like, if you turn right, you're really turning left. It's like this game. It's like this maze that these characters are running through. It's an environment you just don't want to be in. It's an environment you don't want to be trapped in. And I thought they did an extremely great job at building an atmosphere. Especially, this is really a one location film here. And I thought they did a great job with the atmosphere. There's really only 2 films this year that I've seen that have had a well done atmospheric setting, and that is Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark and Eli Roth's Haunt. I thought they were 2 movies that really utilized its atmosphere, and they really understand what makes a scary horror movie, which is the atmosphere. You're supposed to feel like you're in this situation, and this film actually does that really, really well. It also has a very claustrophobic setting, because like I said, as much as it's an environment you don't want to be in, it has a very claustrophobic setting. And for a person who found The Descent a uncomfortable movie, and it set out to be a claustrophobia movie, this film does a great job at really making me feel uncomfortable. There's quite a lot of scenes where I was just like, I want to get out of it. It's one of those types of movies, and it's so yeah, I think the atmosphere was good. The claustrophobic setting I thought was good. The acting I thought was pretty decent for the most part, and also Patrick Wilson, the man himself, Patrick damn Wilson, is in this movie. He plays our main villain, and Patrick Wilson is mainly known for his role in the Conjuring movies. He's also known for his role in Aquaman. He's known for a lot of his work in James Wan filmography. He's in quite a lot of James Wan's movies. I also think right now he's filming The Conjuring 3 as well, because there's been a couple of on-set photos, or at least on-set photos of the house the haunted house that they're shooting in. So yeah, But yeah, he's in this movie. When he came on screen, I was just like, wait, is that Patrick Wilson? Because like when I saw him, like I recognized his face, and then I was just like, holy shit, that's Patrick Wilson. That's the man himself. And I was just like, I did not expect him because, like I said, I did not know who was in this movie. I just went into this movie just wanting a entertaining, intense horror movie, maybe even a bit of claustrophobia. But yeah, it's like I was just so shocked to actually see Patrick Wilson in this movie because like, I did not look at the casting list. I did not know who was even in this movie. So yeah, it was a big surprise to see Patrick Wilson in the movie. But I feel like the acting all around was pretty decent. Our main leads I thought were okay. Like I said, there's really no standout performance in this. Like I said, this is not one of Patrick Wilson's best performances in years. It's certainly it's an okay performance. I felt like Patrick Wilson felt like he was better in the Conjuring movies. He was better in Aquaman. But like I said, he does his best. He has some really intense. He has one really intense and one really gory scene in this movie, actually, where it has to do something about crushing a skull. That's as far as I would go. I want you guys to watch this. And that was I was just like, holy shit, now I see where this movie is getting its MA rating from. Because that scene here just goes for it, and I can see why the rating system made the film a MA 15 plus film. So yeah, like I feel like he's okay. This is a very different role for him, even though he's used to being in horror movies now. I don't know, maybe it was something in the script, maybe it was the type of character that was written for him. I don't really know, but yeah, like I said, he's okay in it. It's not like he's awful. He's not terrible in it. He's okay. Like I said, it's not one of his best performances, but at the same time, there's really no standout performances in this film. And also, I thought, like I said, I didn't really know this film was even really. I didn't know this film was actually. I did not know this film came out yesterday until I saw on social media that until I saw like the reviews I read, and I heard that it was out on Netflix today. So yeah, I decided to watch it, and I'm putting this on my 31 Days of Halloween watch list because it's the month of October. It's the month to get scared. It's the month to watch horror movies, and this is a Stephen King movie. So I was just like, why the hell not? Like Stephen King is my favorite author, so there's so many reasons for me to watch this movie. Like Stephen King mostly, because this is on his books, and Stephen King is a really great author in my mind. The other massive credit I got to give this film is the way some visuals are transferred into frame, and just like I guess the motion of visuals, like some visuals that are just outstanding, and then there are some other visuals which are absolutely just breathtaking to see. Like, so when you watch the movie, you'll understand what I mean by that. But there was just some visuals that flowed just so nicely. They had a smooth build up to them, and just I guess the way they flowed into scene, I thought was really good. I probably should have said this at the beginning of the video, but I have not read the book that this movie is based off, so I don't know how faithful this Netflix original is to the book. So I'm not comparing it. I'm just kind of giving my thoughts. I'm judging it on a movie. I'm not judging it. I'm not comparing them because I've not read the book. I'm just watching this as a movie reviewer, as a critic. I've not read the book, just so I know that it's better than late. I should have said that at the beginning of this video, but it's better than late, right? I want to make this a short review. I don't want the review to carry on. I don't want to bore you guys, but there are some negatives I have with the movie, so I'll talk a little bit about them. So the biggest problem with this movie is the characters. This is a script which should have had character development in it, because right when this film starts, you are immediately in the situation. There's no build up, there's no setup, and that is fine and all in some cases, but there's no character development, there's no characterization at all through this film. Like, so these are characters I really did not care for. And as I'm actually talking about this film to you guys, I literally can't remember who our main characters were. I can't remember even what they look like. I can't remember their names. That's how forgettable these main characters were, because this film, it doesn't care about the setup. It doesn't care about the build up. It just wants to get right into it. And in some cases, I was okay with the opening if they're going to go a specific direction, but they don't choose to. They treat the script like it's a lot smarter. Like, they try to think outside the box with its twist, which I won't spoil, but I will say the twist was a twist. I was just like, yeah, really? I mean, like I said, it wasn't something I was just rolling my eyes. I was just like, oh my god, yeah, she did that. I was never really like that with the twist, but all the reviews I have read have bitched on the twist and how bad it is. I will say it is a twist that could have led a couple of directions, but I was just like, they're treating the script a lot more smarter than the film actually is, and it's and in the opening scene, I was thinking that they were going to go this Pacific direction, and then they take another one, and I'm just like, okay, now this is a script that needs character development here, and these characters, there's nothing to them. All you know is that they are brother and sister, and that's about it. That's really all you from memory. That's all at least I caught on in these characters. But also, just speaking of the situation, I just want to kind of stay on the situation that these characters are in. This is a situation which is very difficult to get out on, and there were some reviews I actually did read out there that were saying that they know how to get out of this. That if they were in this situation, they would know how to get out of this. Do you know what? No, you would not. The human brain adjusts differently to what you're seeing on screen. Like, obviously, because you're seeing it as the audience first. But if you actually put your mindset in the character, you would exactly do these types of situations. Like what this grass, because the grass is kind of a villain here, while at least the grass is treated like a main character here. And it felt like the story was a little bit influenced by M. Night Shyamalan's The Happening. I don't know. I just felt like it felt like it had a little bit of inspiration on this film, with the whole grass being a main character and all that. And basically, what this grass does is it's playing this game of kind of like cat and mouse, and like it and what direction that you go, because it does this story like if you turn right, you're really turning left, and this is a paradox film, and so like there's a lot of, I guess, reversing scenes, and you're seeing the same scene play out when the characters are actually in the jungle. So it's kind of like a reverse of the scene, but just like it's a paradox film. It's very hard to describe. But yeah, when characters like turn right, like you really don't know if they're getting closer to who they want to see, or if they're moving further away. And what the grass does is it makes the voice echo through it. So you think they might be close when they might be like 5 miles away. And I thought that was a really neat element in the film there as well. But yeah, when you're in a situation like this, your brain would not be the same as when you're watching it on a screen. You would just be going with whatever your brain says. So if depends how your body reacts to the situation, you'll just go right, and that might not be the right way. That's just how, I guess, the human brain reacts to these situations. It would not do exactly how when watching a film. Like I said, a film is fictional. When you're in a real life event, and when you're in a real life dangerous event, your brain would react differently. And so I don't know, it was just something I heard on reviews, which I was just like, oh, like I hate it when I see that those types of things in, like when I read them in reviews, because I'm just like, you would not know what to do. It's like it's impossible. No one would, until you've actually experienced the situation yourself, and then you would see if you would do the same as these characters, because your brain would not function the same way to when watching a film. Just a heads up to people that actually just said that. But that was just one thing that did get on my nerves a bit when reading reactions or reviews from people. Like I said, I don't usually let critics' reviews bother my opinion on a film, but I like to read what other people think to see if I agree and disagree, because that's what keeps me unique on YouTube. Is I'm different from everybody else. Like, I have my own thoughts. Everybody has their own opinion. Everybody's freedom to speech. So yeah, that's just there's like a lot of movies that I like that people really hated this year. Like, so I was a person that really did not like It Chapter 2 this year, and that film got beloved by critics and audiences, and I can't see the love for that movie. I mean, I can see where they're kind of coming from, but it did not work for me. I thought the film was going to be something different than it was, and like, I was open to that film, and I was just like, this is a disappointing sequel. So like I said, that's what keeps me unique on YouTube. So no, like I said, I don't usually let critics, I guess, fall down my opinion, because it's really how I see a movie, and I guess what I'm seeing myself. So yeah, but yeah, like I said, I think overall, I think this was a pretty solid film. Might I add, I think minus the characters and minus, I think, the setup and the build up that's portrayed in the film, I think minus all of that, this is a pretty solid film. But I feel like this is a film, this is a story, this is a script that really could have used character development, and in this type of a situation, it's important that you actually care about these characters, because I really just did not feel for them. I was just watching this just as a horror movie play. I was not seeing this as a character-driven story. Like I said, that may have been the director's approach, but like, I'm sorry, the characters that you wrote here were not good. So yeah, but like I said, I think this is a pretty solid horror flick. Like I said, I think if you have Netflix, I think this is a great. I think this is a great, like, if this is a great film to watch, especially around the season of October, because Halloween's right around the corner. So, like, why not have some fun? Why not get scared? Why not watch some horror movies? And this is a perfect film if you want to feel uncomfortable. If you're like a person who does or does not like claustrophobia, this will be a film that really does scare you. And really, just the concept, it is scary. So anyways, guys, I just wanted to give my quick thoughts on this movie. I'm getting through my list of horror movies I have to watch. The next couple of films I have coming up is Eli Roth's Cabin Fever and House, which I have not seen. It's actually still in its plastic wrap. So yeah, there's multiple films I've had on my shelf which I have not seen. But also, I go check out my quick thoughts on Sam Raimi's Boogeyman. That was a film that I watched for the first time because it's Halloween. Why not watch some scary movies? So Boogeyman was on my shelf for been on my shelf for a few months. So I thought, yeah, why not? I give that film a watch. And as I describe in my review, it's a waste of potential. There's good ideas in the film, it just does not utilize it really that well at all. And I really I feel like there's better films out there than Boogeyman. But I mean, it was worth one watch. I'm in no rush. I should go back and rewatch Boogeyman, but yeah, I still have a whole list of movies to watch for this month. I might not do reviews on all of them. I'll just do my quick reactions on films I really want to for this film. I was just going to do an Instagram review like I usually do for new movies that I see, but for this film, I felt like the best way I could actually get across to really how I feel about this movie was through a video format. So yeah, I had to do my quick thoughts on this movie, which I felt like this video has turned out like a medium length film movie, my usual length for a movie review that I do, maybe even longer. But anyways, guys, if you have seen In the Tall Grass, let me know what you think of it. Where do you lay on this film? Do you like it? Are you kind of mixed on it, or do you really not like it? Which end of the spectrum do you lay on? I'm curious to know you guys' thoughts. So anyways, guys, I hope you have a good rest of your night, and I'll see you in the next video.